In this presentation, we look at how the future of innovation and entrepreneurship is always closely tied to the country's economic landscape and the purchasing power of its citizens. As businesses seek to grow within a market or region, factors such as GDP growth, inflation, wage trends, and consumer spending play a crucial role in the shaping of potential abundance or lack of opportunities for new ventures. Whilst recent economic indicators from the House of Commons reports suggest modest growth and improving wages within the UK, inflationary pressures and economic uncertainties continue to pose challenges. Understanding these dynamics is essential for assessing whether the UK remains fertile ground for innovation and entrepreneurial success. We also look at the future of innovation from the viewpoint of different entrepreneurs and field experts. Is the future of innovation and entrepreneurship looking healthy? Well, innovation and entrepreneurship in the UK has a mixed future, characterised by both promising developments in areas that have lacked investment in the past and notable challenges, especially for small businesses and startups. The positive developments in investment in the UK are: UK startups secured $21.3 billion in venture capital in 2024, marking the third highest annual total. Regions such as the West Midlands, Glasgow, and Northern Ireland have experienced substantial investment growth, and the UK government is actively encouraging private investment in sectors like defence, aiming to position the country as a defence industrial superpower. But what are the challenges in gaining investment in the UK? Reports from Innovate UK highlighted a decrease in innovation among UK firms, with only 56% reporting product or service changes in 2024, down from 61% in 2023. Smaller businesses showed a notable decline in research and development engagement. Calls have also been made to increase funding and allowances under schemes like the Seed Enterprise Investment Scheme, or SEIS, to better support tech startups. Proposals include raising the funding cap from £250,000 to £1 million to provide substantial support for early stage companies. How does economic growth and purchasing power affect the future of entrepreneurship? Economic growth and purchasing power of a population highly affects the future of entrepreneurship, as startup businesses need a sustainable customer base in order to survive the early stages of life in the market. What does economic growth, consumer spending, inflation, and purchasing power look like in the UK? The UK economy experienced modest growth, with GDP increasing 0.2% in the 3 months leading to January 2025. Forecasts suggest that consumer spending will grow by 0.8% in 2024 and 1.9% in 2025, indicating a gradual recovery in consumer confidence and expenditure. The Consumer Price Index, or CPI, tells us that inflation was 3% in January 2025, up from 2.5% in December 2024. Average wages increased by 5.9% in the 3 months leading to January 2025, compared to the previous year, resulting in a real-term wage growth of 3.2% after adjusting for inflation. What are the implications for innovation and entrepreneurship? A stable economic environment with positive wage growth enhances consumer purchasing power, making for a conducive atmosphere for entrepreneurs to innovate and introduce new products and services to the market. However, the modest GDP growth and persistent inflationary pressures in the UK may temper the optimism of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs and innovators must navigate these economic conditions strategically, leveraging emerging opportunities whilst remaining vigilant of potential challenges. The lack of growth and purchasing power in the UK economy also means that business owners, especially of small businesses, need to limit the prices of products to align with the budget of the population and rely on cheap and effective marketing solutions such as social media.
The future of entrepreneurship and innovation within the United Kingdom. The future of businesses. A quote by Johnson: in 2001 states how many people who live and breathe large organisations carry the belief that once an organisation reaches a certain size, it inevitably loses its capacity to act entrepreneurially and to stimulate and foster innovation. The quote from Johnson applies the viewpoint that once an organisation grows, inevitably it will shift away from its entrepreneurial values. The question is, how does that affect the business growth and development? Well, Johnson goes on to cite an example on Reed.co.uk, stating how Reed.co.uk was founded with the intention of serving the recruitment and human resource marketplace in the face of significant changes in the nature of recruitment and great increase in the competitive marketplace. Reed has survived, prospered, and maintained its position as leader in the field. It has done this by actively stimulating a culture of enterprise and learning and practice of innovation. Clearly, the example of Reed portrays the belief that in the ever-increasing competitive market within the United Kingdom, it becomes almost necessary to move towards innovative methods. When it comes to technological advancements within entrepreneurship and innovation, it is already known the reliance that we can see on current artificial intelligence is large and growing year by year. A study commissioned by Virgin Money revealed a robust appetite among small businesses for new and advanced technology to save time and grow their business, with 85% saying that they're ready to adopt new technologies within the next 5 years. This study shows a significant increase in the entrepreneurial sector to streamline their businesses through technological innovations, predominantly for an easier workload and to allow time for further business ventures. Innovation Village further comment on this point, stating how the demand for rapid technology adaptation and agility will further intensify in the future. With the advent of advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and big data analytics, entrepreneurs are presented with a range of tools to optimize their business operations, engage with customers in novel ways, and create unprecedented value propositions. So what does this mean for the future of innovation? Well, the health of the future depends on the adaptability of entrepreneurs to keep the pace with the ever-changing landscape. It is important to interpret both innovation and entrepreneurship as interconnected elements. Innovation Village states how innovation remains the primary force driving entrepreneurial success. So when regarding the health of the future economy, entrepreneurs and business, they have to adapt to the ever-changing climate, whether that is to move away from entrepreneurship as a whole or with the use of new technologies, such as AI. The interplay between innovation and the future of work will critically define the trajectory of entrepreneurship in the coming years. With digital transformations, ever-evolving market dynamics, and changing work modalities, entrepreneurs are expected to embrace fresh approaches to drive sustainable growth and reshape the business world. Our opinion and belief is that there is an ever-growing pressure on entrepreneurs and startup businesses to keep up with the advancements and the changing landscape of the world of business, especially within the United Kingdom. New startups will find it challenging in a market such as the UK, but with investment into modern technologies such as artificial intelligence, there are platforms they can build off to further innovate their business and grow financially and successfully. In conclusion, the previous slides depict how there is large pressures on entrepreneurs to keep pace with the progress of the United Kingdom's climate. With regards to the future of entrepreneurship and the economic climate, new business owners in areas of the United Kingdom lacking in investment may see benefits with many funding and investment opportunities, such as in the previously mentioned West Midlands and Northern Ireland areas. However, larger businesses looking to innovate and launch new products into the market may struggle due to the falling strength of the United Kingdom's economy and the falling consumer spending and purchasing power of the average citizen. However, the future health of entrepreneurship and innovation looks positive outside of the economy, with more and more technologies being produced, such as artificial intelligence, to aid entrepreneurs in streamlining and innovating their businesses to adapt to the ever-changing climate that we are seeing within the United Kingdom. There is a positive outlook in the future. Myself and Ben would both like to extend our appreciations and say thank you for listening to the presentation we've compiled. Thank you.